Yo, what the fuck is so sweet? Holy shit, bro. I don't even know what the fuck that was, bro, to be fair. I don't know if that's gonna make the cut, but shit, y'all are getting 2 uploads in one day. Basically gonna be going through how I like to journal, right? This is like gonna be raw and edited because if I edit these videos, bro, they're never gonna get uploaded. So this is pretty much how does it keep the. I don't know how the fuck the OBS works, man. Hey, somebody work the OBS, man. Shit. All right, gonna be going through. Hopefully the camera still works, right? How I just like to journal, right? This is super raw, super unedited, super just like how I actually go about things, right? I go up into this Canva little block, right? This is from last week, right? This is Wednesday. This is Thursday, right? So I delete this, and go to the daily time frame, right? Because obviously I just want to start at the daily time frame just because like it's the fucking largest time frame that affects intraday kind of trading, right? So we're gonna just go back up to 9:30ish, right? We're gonna see what's happening on the daily, right? So on the daily, what are we doing, right? We have LR at these highs, right? So low resistance highs right here, right? We're interacting with this gap. Oh my gosh, my MacBook, do not die on me, my brother. Do not die on me, my brother. Wait, it's 10%. We're gonna be alright, bro. We're gonna be chilling. Okay, so we're interacting with this gap, right? And we have this daily high over here, right? So hopefully we just hold this gap, right, and continue higher. So that's all right, right? So I'd put the screenshot up in here, right? Crop this bit. Okay, crop that, slice that, add a text message, boom, text box, we're in this bit, and we're saying LR at the highs, and interacting with a daily gap. Would like to see it go higher. That's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much it. It needs to hold this gap, right? If it disrespects this gap, which it just like out of this leg, right? As you can see, like this like it's like this leg right here, right? We already swept out these lows, right? We have LR above here, right? So obviously we're gonna hold this gap, but if it does decide to like close below here, we might just go for like another resweep, which is like just very unlikely, right? Even though we do have like a devil's mark over here, which we could target, but it's just like super unlikely. We just would most likely hold this gap and then continue higher and just take out all this LR right above. So if it disrespects this gap, we might want to see a resweep. That's pretty much it. Cool. And 4 hour. Let's see what's going on 4 hour. Oh, owl. Let's see what you're doing, man. Okay, on the 4 hour, what are we doing? We have like a gap right here. Is that a gap? Yeah. Okay, we have a 4 hour gap above, right? We're interacting with this daily gap right here, right? We inverse this, the first leg of the wait. We inverse the first 4 hour, right, of this leg, right? So we do want to see it run lower, right? Potentially even to these lows, right? This intermediary here. Alright, so that's basically what I would write, right? So take a screenshot of this little doohickey, right? Delete. Oof, I'd paste that first, right? And then, ooh. Alright, so we inverse the first 4 hour, right? The first 4 hour gap in this leg, right? That's important. Why? Because we are now more likely to keep disrespecting bullish gaps in this leg, right? And we created a 4 hour above. We could see a retrace into the 4 hour and go lower, right? So basically at this point, right, we're seeing that we're disrespecting this 4 hour, right? We're already inside of this daily, right? So if we were just truly bullish off of here, right, we would just want to see a just reaction off the daily and pop higher, right? Probably inverse this 4 hour and probably hold this 4 hour. But now since we have this little inverse, right, it's not a really strong one, right? It did take 3 candles to close, right? And this is like kind of a choppy close, right? But still, since we closed here, right, we could just see it run down to this range low, ITM low, right? So, and to get there, we could just use the 4 hour gap, so it could just retrace higher, right? So it could just tap CE of this, oh holy moly, it could just tap CE of this, retrace higher, right, and then go towards that low ITM low, right? Okay, and hourly, let's see what we got, right? Because that's most likely the next page. Yeah, hourly time frame, right? Let's see what we got, right? We have a bunch of LR, right? So a bunch of LR, right, leading now to a 4 hour gap, right? And this would be considered an intermediate low, so we could just like resweep this, right, and then open lower. I don't see any gaps in here though, any bearish gaps, right, really defending it. So it's definitely at this point, I would think just gonna pop higher, right? And I'm not gonna act like this isn't a fucking market review, right? Obviously I know what happened, right? I'm not gonna act like brand new, but even looking at this price action, right, you can tell like, okay, we have LR at this high, we have LR leading to a 4 hour, right? We're in this daily gap, right? We're obviously gonna go higher, right, at least to this 4 hour gap, and then kind of respect this 4 hour gap, and then we could just retrace lower, right? Since we also have LR down here as well, right? So yeah, it's either we just run all the way down lower and then start to climb back up slowly, or we run up higher and then go down, right? So that's all I'd write, right? So oh, I should have took the screenshot first. Pop it in here, right? So okay. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. LR leading to a gap and interacting with a daily gap. Nah, would definitely like to see it run higher. Could also just go to ITM low. There is LR leading to the ITM low. Cool. Solid, right? Alright, pretty simple. LR, gap, LR, ITM low. Cool. Next. Alright. This is more of like when I would see like an entry, right? Let's see if we have something here, right? So we do have a 15-minute gap in here, right? So this 15-minute bearish gap. Oh, we might even have a 30. Hold on. Nah, no 30. Okay. We have this 15-minute gap and this 15-minute gap, right? So now that we have these gaps, right? So what we could say is, obviously these gaps, right? So hold on. Let's go back into here. Let's just crop this bit right quick. Dump this bit in here. Right, so plus 15-minute, right? Yeah. So now what I'd write additionally, right, is we have two 15-minute gaps defending the LR, right? So now if we hold up, oh my gosh, let's just crop this bit. if we open higher, right, into the 15-minute and get a inverse, I would like to short to the ITM low, or at least CE, right, of the daily, right? Since we are just hovering above CE of the daily, right? So what do we need now, right? If you know like key moments of a fair value gap, right? What would we really need, right? Since we're already in the gap, right? We already pierced the gap, right? We already have some sweeps in here, right? We already have these, right? These have been swept, right? The intermediate low has been swept, right? Inside of the gap, right? What do we really need, right? We just need to either hit CE, right, and respect it, or we need to just delete this gap, right? So if we do respect these 15-minute gaps, right, open higher, respect these 15-minute gaps, right, instead of this daily gap, right, we're obviously just gonna run lower, right, at least to CE, right, which is a good target, right, because it is how many points away? At least 100 points away. So we could just target that as a TP, right? Or we could just run down lower to that intermediate low down here, right? So now it's just a matter of seeing how it opens up, right? So let's see it. Okay, so we instantly open up into this 15, right? We open up into this 15, 930 takes out the 15-minute gap, right, and just displaces lower. Let's see if we do have a 15-second inverse. And here, load, boom. Fuck no, we have a CISD though. We might have a 5-second, honestly. Nice, I won't let you go. Look, that's not inverse. We have an inverse like right here. I mean, inversing like right here, you could take this short depending on how like really confident you are in this like CE type of bias, right? But could just take this short right here, right, to CE of this daily gap, right? Is this the best trade here? Depends. Right, depends. We have 930 low right here as well to just go instantly break even off. So it's not the worst, honestly. Right, what do we do here? We respect this and then instantly start disrespecting this gap. So it's definitely like a sign that we do possibly want to go lower. All right, so let's take it off the inverse and candle right here. All right, so it's obviously disrespecting signs of bullish at this point, right? And we do have the 930 low to at least go break even at. So you could just take this setup right here. All right, so fire. All right, yeah, and then at least take this towards the 930 low, right? So wow, this would have been instantly break even, right? So now you just journal that, right? So boom, bang, bop, bop, nope. Okay, copy that, drop that, enter that, crop that, ooh that, ooh, shit that, what that, damn, okay. It's low-key on a roll. Okay. I won't let you go. Okay. Bang. Okay. 930 opened higher. We respected a 15-minute and had a 5-second IVG targeting CE of the gap and went VE at 930 low. Right, and then this trade would have been VE, right, and you just move on. Right, cool. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it runs. Okay. Alright, now you have this. Right. And then this is like where you would filter, right? You would now see, right? Okay, right here, here. Okay. This trade ended up playing out. Right. This trade ended up playing out. Right. What I could have done differently. Diff is okay. Now we have to find what we could have done differently. We could have waited for the closure below, right? Even if we did have the closure below, this would have went break even as well. So couldn't really do nothing about that, right? We tapped it, we closed below it, and then we just instantly popped back up. Yeah, this is honestly a good break even, right? We reswept these lows, we had that pop back up. Honestly, it's a good break even, just unfortunate break even. Could also wait for like this closure maybe, but like honestly, bro, what the flip just happened? Okay, we changed the yes, never mind. Okay, it's just like we took this low, we closed below it, right, and then we instantly went back up. Like nothing really you could have done, right? So nothing I could have done differently. Unfortunate B. Right. We could have also just held the trade, but since we did take 930 low, right? This is like still an intermediate low, right? Because we are in this daily gap, right? We could just respect this daily gap and you know what I'm saying, run higher, right? But hey, that's pretty much it, right? So that's the trade I would have taken today, and then I would have gotten break even at. I did trade Asia yesterday, so I didn't end up really trading. So let's see what happens. Instant reaction off CE, right? And then we get it pop back up higher to this 930 high, right? Let's see if we get like a continuation in here. Okay, we have this 1 minute gap, right? Let's see if this 1 minute gap holds, right? We still have a bunch of LR above to take out. We have a 4 hour above to take out. So let's see how this 1 minute interacts, right? Do we have LR at these highs? Not really, right? We do kind of sweep out the accumulation high, right? We still do have some accumulating highs up in here, or like low resistance highs up in here. So we could see a reaction off of this gap. Hit CE of the gap. Okay. Displacing right there. Probably a 5-second inverse. Okay, we do have like a little 5-second inverse in here. Okay. Yeah, with 5-second inverse targeting LR, right? Respecting this 1 minute gap, right? Let me delete some of these fucking gaps, right? Since now we are fucking disrespecting the fuck out of these 15-minute gaps, I would just not consider them whatsoever, right? And then just want to target at least this accumulated high, right? That's pretty far away. I'll just probably target the range high for this leg right here. So could do this right here. Take this longy John Silver. Random W fucking sound, bro. It's lucky tough. Okay, you can take these longy John Silvers off this 1 minute gap, right? Yeah, this would probably be a good break even. We take out this internal high right here, right? Honestly, a little bit of a better close above that high, and probably go break even. Awesome, right? Now you could just go break even risk free, right? Now you have just LR to target, right? And then you'd pretty much just be chilling. Okay, so you can just take that. Oof, delete that. Bang, bang, bang. And do this. Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of cropping. Crop that bit. Crop that bit, someone. Ooh. All right. And then target this. Let's see if it runs the range high. It does run the range high, so that's pretty good as well. Cool, 5R. Wow, it's amazing. Okay. why I did that, bro. I'm very sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. So what I would write here is continuation off of this 1 minute gap, right? Why? Because we were already displacing heavy LR thighs. And 5-second IFG, targeting high time frame LR. Also disrespecting 15-minute gaps. All right. So that's all I'd like to write about this, right? So this is pretty good, right? So this is 5-second plus 1 time frame, and then this would be the 5-second time frame. Cool. And the 1 minute gap, because the leg is a rejection. It's rejecting out of C of a daily. Right. So that is all I'd write about this trade. Right, and that's I think all the trades that I'd probably take, right? Potential 5R, right? If it runs all the way to the 4R, that'd be another crazy. Yeah, holy moly! Without getting break even either, bro. This is 12R. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow. I didn't even know that. This is genuinely like shocking to me. I'm actually learning something right now. Potential 12R, right? So this is how I'd probably improve, right? So I just duplicate this slide right here. Delete all these, right? Oh fuck, why did I delete these? Keep doing that, man. All right. Alright, so probably take that, and yeah, potential what is it, 12R to the 4-hour. Good. So what's good about this trade is high time frame LR. It's painfully bullish. We are rejecting out of a daily CE of the daily, right? And whatchamacallit, sponsored continuation, low time frame entry. Okay, so that's all we could really write about this. All I'd potentially write about this, right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. I didn't even know that ran for like 12R, bro. That's absolutely insane. But yeah, that's all I'd pretty much journal, right? And that's how I really journal, right? Let's see how long this took, right? Where do I see this? Huh? Where do I see like the number? It says to like recording, blah 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 blah. Where do I see that? Where do I see that at main sheet? Bro, it probably took like what 20 minutes, right? I probably should have checked before, but that's all, right? If you want a free power firm account, text me like fucking green apples.